How many times did you get up to pee last night? Once? Twice? Maybe 3 or 4 times? If you're waking up multiple times every night to urinate, you're not just losing sleep, you're losing quality of life. And here's something that might surprise you. A study from the Journal of Urology found that men who implemented specific natural interventions reduced their nighttime bathroom trips by an average of 64%. Some men went from 4 trips per night to just one. That's the difference between fragmented, exhausting sleep and actually waking up rested. What shocked me most when I researched this topic? The fifth natural approach I'm going to share addresses something most men do every single day without realizing it's making their nighttime urination worse. It's not what you'd expect, and once you fix it, many men see improvement within just a few days. I'm saving that one for last because it ties everything together. Before we dive in, drop a comment with how many times you typically get up at night. I want to know what you're dealing with. 1, 2, more? I read every single comment, and knowing your situation helps me create better content for you. Now, let's understand why this happens in the first place. Because once you know the cause, these solutions will make perfect sense. Here's why this matters more than most people realize. Nighttime urination, doctors call it nocturia, affects over 60% of men over 60. By age 70, that number climbs to nearly 80%. You're absolutely not alone in this. But here's what concerns me. Research published in the journal Sleep found that nocturia is associated with a 30% increased risk of falls in older adults. Many of those falls happening during drowsy nighttime bathroom trips. It's also linked to depression, reduced quality of life, and even increased mortality risk due to the chronic sleep disruption it causes. This isn't just an inconvenience. It's a genuine health issue that deserves attention. The good news? Unlike many age-related changes, nocturia responds remarkably well to natural interventions. The 5 approaches I'm about to share have been studied in clinical settings and have documented results. Let me explain exactly what's happening in your body. To solve this problem, you need to understand why it's happening. There are 5 main factors, and most men have multiple factors working together. Factor number 1, prostate enlargement. The most common cause in men over 60 is benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, which basically means your prostate has gradually grown larger. By age 60, over 50% of men have some prostate enlargement. By 85, it's over 90%. Your prostate surrounds the urethra, the tube that carries urine from your bladder. As the prostate grows, it can squeeze this tube, making it harder to fully empty your bladder. When your bladder doesn't empty completely, it fills up again faster, sending you to the bathroom more often, including at night. Factor number 2, reduced bladder capacity. As we age, the bladder muscle can become less elastic and may not stretch as well as it once did. This means your bladder holds less urine before triggering the urge to go. Additionally, the bladder can become overactive, sending urgency signals even when it's not full. This combination of reduced capacity and increased sensitivity drives more frequent urination. Factor number 3, decreased antidiuretic hormone. Here's something most men don't know. Your body produces a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, or ADH, that tells your kidneys to produce less urine during sleep. This is why young people can sleep 8 hours without needing to urinate. As we age, ADH production decreases, especially at night. Your kidneys keep producing urine at daytime rates even while you're sleeping, filling your bladder faster than it should. Factor number 4, fluid redistribution. This factor surprises most people. During the day, gravity pulls fluid down into your legs and feet. You might notice your ankles are slightly swollen by evening. When you lie down at night, that fluid redistributes back into your bloodstream and gets filtered by your kidneys into urine. This is why some men notice they need to urinate more in the first few hours after going to bed. All that fluid from their legs is being processed. Factor number 5, lifestyle factors. Certain habits significantly worsen nighttime urination. Drinking fluids too close to bedtime, consuming caffeine or alcohol in the evening, certain medications like diuretics, and even your sleep position can all contribute. Now, before I dive into the complete solutions, here's something you can try tonight that addresses factor number 4, fluid redistribution. 2 to 3 hours before bed, elevate your legs above heart level for 20 to 30 minutes. Use pillows or a recliner. This helps your body process that leg fluid while you're still awake, so it doesn't happen after you go to bed. Many men notice a reduction in nighttime trips within the first few nights of doing this. Try it tonight. Before we get to the solutions, let me address some common mistakes. Mistake number 1: drastically restricting all fluids. Many men think the answer is to stop drinking entirely after noon. This can lead to dehydration, concentrated urine that irritates the bladder, and constipation that worsens prostate symptoms. The goal isn't to stop drinking, it's to time your fluids strategically. Mistake number 2: ignoring it as just aging. Yes, it's common with age, but that doesn't mean nothing can be done. Men who dismiss it often miss underlying issues that could be addressed and suffer unnecessarily for years. Mistake number 3: relying only on medication. Prescription medications like alpha blockers and 5-alpha reductase inhibitors have their place, but they come with side effects. Many men can significantly reduce symptoms with natural approaches, either instead of or alongside medication. Now let's get into the 5 natural approaches that actually work. If you're ready to start sleeping through the night again, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I release new videos every week with practical, natural solutions for men's health challenges, the kind of information that can genuinely improve your daily life. Hit subscribe and the notification bell. Now let's start with natural approach number 1, and this one directly addresses factor number 4, the fluid redistribution issue. The first natural approach is strategic fluid timing, and I'm going to give you the exact protocol that research supports. Here's why this matters. A study published in the Journal of Urology found that men who optimized their fluid timing reduced nighttime urination frequency by 40% on average, without reducing total daily fluid intake. The key insight is this: it's not about how much you drink, it's about when you drink it. Let me walk you through the research-backed fluid timing protocol step by step. Step 1: front-load your fluids. Aim to consume 60 to 70% of your daily fluids before 2 p.m. This gives your body ample time to process those fluids while you're upright and active. For most men, this means drinking the majority of your water between waking and early afternoon. Have a full glass when you wake up, drink regularly through the morning, and have fluids with lunch. Step 2: moderate afternoon intake. Between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., consume about 25 to 30% of your daily fluids. Continue to stay hydrated, but at a slower pace than the morning. Step 3: minimize evening fluids. After 6 p.m. or 4 hours before your target bedtime, limit fluids to small sips only. If you're thirsty, take a small drink rather than a full glass. This doesn't mean complete restriction. If you're genuinely thirsty, drink, but avoid large volumes. Step 4: eliminate bladder irritants in the evening. Certain substances irritate the bladder and increase urgency. After 2 p.m., avoid or strictly limit caffeine, found in coffee, tea, chocolate, and some sodas. Caffeine is both a diuretic and a bladder irritant. Alcohol, especially beer and wine. Alcohol suppresses ADH, increasing urine production, and acts as a bladder irritant. Acidic beverages, citrus juices, tomato juice, and carbonated drinks can irritate the bladder. Artificial sweeteners. Some artificial sweeteners have been linked to increased bladder urgency. Step 5: time your last beverage. Stop drinking any significant amounts at least 2 hours before bed. Some men find 3 hours works better. This allows your kidneys to process the fluid before you sleep. Sample schedule for 10 p.m. bedtime, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Consume 60 to 70% of daily fluids. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Consume 25 to 30% of daily fluids, no caffeine. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Small sips only if thirsty. 8 p.m. to bedtime. Minimal to no fluids. What to expect. Days 1 to 3. Adjustment period. Possible increased daytime urination. Days 4 to 7. Beginning to notice reduced nighttime trips. Week 2 to 3. Significant reduction in most men. Week 4 plus. New pattern established. This approach is simple, costs nothing, and produces results within days for many men. Combined with the next approach, results are even better. Now you might be thinking, can you really train your bladder, or is that just wishful thinking? It's a fair question, and the research answer is surprisingly strong. A systematic review published in Neurology and Urodynamics examined multiple clinical trials on bladder training. The conclusion? Bladder training is an effective first-line treatment for urinary urgency and frequency, with success rates ranging from 60 to 80%. Another study specifically looking at men with nocturia found that those who completed a bladder training program reduced nighttime urination by an average of 1.5 trips per night. For a man going 4 times, that's potentially getting down to 2 or 3. So yes, your bladder can absolutely be trained. Here's the science behind it. Why bladder training works. Your bladder has learned certain habits over time. If you've been responding to every urge immediately, which most of us do, your bladder has learned to signal urgency at lower and lower volumes. It's become hypersensitive. Bladder training teaches your bladder to hold more urine comfortably before sending the urgency signal. You're essentially recalibrating the threshold at which your bladder says, I need to go. The bladder training protocol. Step 1. Track your current pattern. For 3 days, keep a bladder diary. Write down every time you urinate and approximately how much. Note the time and whether it was a strong urge or you just went because you were near a bathroom. This gives you your baseline. Most men discover they're going far more frequently than necessary during the day. Step 2. Set scheduled voiding times. Based on your diary, identify your current average interval between bathroom trips. Let's say it's every 2 hours. Now, set a goal to extend that interval by 15 minutes. If you're currently going every 2 hours, your goal becomes 2 hours and 15 minutes. Step 3. Delay urges. When you feel an urge before your scheduled time, don't run to the bathroom immediately. Instead, use urge suppression techniques. Stop what you're doing and stand still or sit down. Moving makes urgency worse. Take 5 slow, deep breaths. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system. Do 5 quick pelvic floor contractions. Squeeze the muscles you'd use to stop urination, then release. This reflex actually relaxes the bladder muscle. Distract yourself. Count backward from 100. Think about something else. The urge will typically pass or reduce significantly within 30 to 60 seconds. Then, if you still need to go, walk calmly to the bathroom. Step 4. Gradually extend intervals. Once you can comfortably hold for your new interval for a week, add another 15 minutes. Continue gradually extending until you reach 3 to 4 hours between daytime bathroom trips. This process takes 6 to 12 weeks for full results, but many men notice improvements within 2 to 3 weeks. How this helps. Nighttime. By increasing your bladder's capacity during the day, you're increasing its capacity at night. A bladder trained to hold more can go longer between nighttime trips. Additionally, the urge suppression techniques work at night too. Instead of immediately getting up when you feel a slight urge at 3 a.m., you can use these techniques and often fall back asleep without needing to go at all. All right, you've made it halfway through. You now understand 2 powerful natural approaches: strategic fluid timing and bladder training. Both have strong research support and cost nothing to implement. But what I'm about to share next targets the underlying physical factors directly. Natural approach number 3 involves specific exercises that strengthen the muscles controlling urination, and the research on this is impressive. Plus, after that, I've got 2 more approaches, including the one I mentioned at the beginning that most men are unknowingly getting wrong. That one often produces the fastest visible results. Let's continue. Let me tell you about a 68-year-old man. We'll call him William. William had been getting up 3 to 4 times per night for years. He'd tried limiting fluids. He'd tried various supplements. Nothing seemed to work. His doctor had prescribed Flomax, which helped somewhat, but he still got up at least twice per night and experienced dizziness as a side effect. When I explained the research on pelvic floor exercises for nocturia, William was skeptical. He thought pelvic floor exercises were only for women or for men after prostate surgery. I showed him the studies. A research trial published in BJU International found that men who did pelvic floor exercises reduced nocturia episodes by 50% on average. Another study showed pelvic floor training was as effective as medication for some men without the side effects. William committed to the protocol. He was consistent, doing the exercises 3 times daily as I'll describe. At week 4, William noticed his stream was stronger and he felt like he was emptying more completely. By week 8, he was down to 1 to 2 bathroom trips per night. By week 12, most nights he only got up once, sometimes not at all. William's words: "I spent years thinking nothing would help. Turns out, I just needed to strengthen muscles I didn't know I had." Let me explain why this works and show you exactly how to do it. Why pelvic floor training works for nocturia. Your pelvic floor muscles do two important things related to urination. First, they help control the urinary sphincter, the valve that holds urine in. Stronger muscles mean better control and less urgency. Second, and this is key for men with enlarged prostates, strong pelvic floor muscles help you empty your bladder more completely. Remember, incomplete emptying is a major driver of frequency. Better emptying means longer intervals between trips. The Nocturia-focused pelvic floor protocol. Finding the right muscles. The muscles you want are the ones you'd use to stop urinating midstream or to hold back gas. When you contract them correctly, you should feel a lifting and squeezing sensation at the base of your pelvis. Your abdomen and buttocks should stay relaxed. The exercise. Squeeze those muscles and hold for 5 seconds. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing normally. Then release slowly over 3 seconds. That's 1 repetition. The protocol. Do 10 repetitions 3 times daily, morning, afternoon, and evening. Progression. Week 1 to 2, hold for 5 seconds. Week 3 to 4, hold for 8 seconds. Week 5 plus, hold for 10 seconds. After your slow holds, add 10 quick flicks, rapid squeeze, release, contractions without holding. This builds both endurance and quick response. Special technique for better emptying. When you urinate after you think you're finished, do 2 to 3 pelvic floor contractions. This helps squeeze out residual urine from the prostatic urethra. Many men find they can release additional urine by doing this, leading to more complete emptying. Double voiding technique. After urinating, wait 30 seconds, then try again. Relax, lean slightly forward, and see if more comes. This combined with the pelvic floor contractions significantly improves emptying for men with enlarged prostates. What to expect week 2 to 4. Improved awareness of muscles, possibly stronger stream. Week 4 to 8. Noticeable reduction in urgency episodes. Week 8 to 12. Significant reduction in nighttime trips. Month 4 plus. Full benefits realized with continued practice. The comments on videos like this are filled with men who've implemented these natural approaches and finally started sleeping through the night, or at least getting up far less often. One viewer recently shared, "I'm 71. I was getting up 4 times per night for years. Started the fluid timing, did the pelvic floor exercises, and elevated my legs before bed. 6 weeks later, I'm down to once per night. Sometimes I sleep straight through. I hadn't done that in a decade." That's what's possible with consistent application of these approaches. If this is resonating with you, make sure you're subscribed. Share this video with a friend who complains about being up all night. They'll thank you. Now let me share natural approaches 4 and 5, including the one most men get wrong every day. Natural way number 4, evening leg elevation. Remember factor number 4, fluid redistribution? During the day, fluid accumulates in your legs due to gravity. When you lie down, that fluid returns to your bloodstream and becomes urine. The solution is to process that fluid before you go to bed. The protocol. 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime, elevate your legs above heart level for 20 to 30 minutes. You can lie on your back with your legs up on pillows, use a recliner in a fully reclined position, or lie on the floor with your legs up on a couch. During this time, that pooled fluid drains back into your circulation. Your kidneys process it, you urinate, and that fluid is gone before you go to bed. Enhanced approach. If you have significant leg swelling, consider wearing compression socks during the day. These prevent as much fluid from pooling in your legs in the first place. Studies show compression stockings can reduce nocturia by up to 1 episode per night in men with lower extremity edema. What to expect? Many men notice improvement within the first few nights. This is one of the fastest acting approaches because you're addressing fluid that's already accumulated. You're not waiting for any training effect. Natural way number 5, prostate supporting diet and supplements. This is the one I mentioned at the beginning, what most men consume daily without realizing its impact. Here's the issue. Many men eat diets that actually worsen prostate and bladder symptoms, while missing foods and nutrients that could help. And they're often consuming bladder irritants they don't even recognize. Foods and nutrients that support prostate health. Lycopene, found in tomatoes, especially cooked tomatoes, watermelon, and pink grapefruit. Multiple studies link high lycopene intake to better prostate health and reduced BPH symptoms. Zinc, essential for prostate function, found in pumpkin seeds, oysters, beef, and chickpeas. The prostate contains more zinc than any other organ. Deficiency worsens symptoms. Beta-sitosterol, a plant compound found in saw palmetto, pumpkin seeds, and avocados. Research shows it can improve urinary symptoms associated with BPH. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. These reduce inflammation that can worsen prostate symptoms. Pumpkin seeds, a special mention because they contain zinc, beta-sitosterol, and other compounds supportive of prostate health. Many European countries use pumpkin seed extract as a first-line treatment for BPH. Evidence-based supplements. Saw palmetto, the most studied supplement for BPH. Research is mixed, but many men report improvement. Typical dose is 320 milligrams daily of standardized extract. Beta-sitosterol. Studies show it can improve urinary flow and reduce residual urine. Typical dose is 60 to 130 milligrams daily. Pygeum, an African tree bark extract that may reduce nighttime urination specifically. Typical dose is 100 to 200 milligrams daily. These supplements are not miracle cures, but they can provide additional support alongside the other approaches. What to reduce or eliminate? Caffeine. Even morning caffeine affects some men's nighttime urination. Consider reducing or eliminating. Alcohol, particularly beer, which has both alcohol and compounds from hops that may affect the prostate. Spicy foods can irritate the bladder in sensitive individuals. Excessive red meat and dairy. Some research links high consumption to worse prostate symptoms. Artificial sweeteners. Aspartame and saccharin may increase bladder urgency in some people. The synergy effect. Here's why addressing all 5 approaches produces better results than any single change. Fluid timing reduces the volume of urine produced overnight. Bladder training increases how much your bladder can comfortably hold. Pelvic floor exercises improve control and emptying. Leg elevation reduces nighttime fluid processing. And dietary changes support overall prostate and bladder health. Address all 5 and you're tackling the problem from every possible angle. Before you implement these 5 approaches, there are important warnings to consider. When to seek medical evaluation. If you're getting up more than twice per night, see a urologist for evaluation. While natural approaches can help significantly, you want to rule out underlying conditions. If you have blood in your urine, even once, see a doctor promptly. This could indicate infection, stones, or other conditions requiring treatment. If you experience sudden changes in urination patterns, difficulty starting urination, or complete inability to urinate, seek medical attention. These could indicate urinary retention. If you have pain or burning with urination, this suggests infection and needs medical treatment. If you've been diagnosed with diabetes or heart failure, nighttime urination could be related to these conditions and needs to be addressed with your physician. Approaches to avoid. Extreme fluid restriction. Severely limiting fluids can lead to dehydration, urinary tract infections, and kidney problems. The goal is timing, not deprivation. Over-the-counter prostate miracle pills. Many products make exaggerated claims with no evidence. Stick to the specific supplements I mentioned that have actual research. Ignoring symptoms completely. Some men just accept multiple nighttime trips as inevitable. While some increase with age is normal, dramatic or sudden changes deserve evaluation. Stopping prescribed medications without consulting your doctor. If you're on medications for prostate or urinary issues, don't stop them because you're trying natural approaches. Work with your doctor to potentially adjust as your symptoms improve. Let me give you a clear week-by-week plan to implement all 5 natural approaches. Phase 1. Foundation. Week 1. Implement the fluid timing protocol immediately. Start front-loading fluids in the morning, reduce evening intake. Start a 3-day bladder diary to establish your baseline. Begin evening leg elevation, 20 to 30 minutes, 2 to 3 hours before bed. Make one dietary change. Eliminate caffeine after noon. Phase 2, adding exercises, weeks 2 to 4. Start pelvic floor exercises, 5-second holds, 10 reps, 3 times daily. Begin bladder training based on your diary. Extend intervals by 15 minutes. Practice the double voiding technique every time you urinate. Add prostate-supporting foods, tomatoes, pumpkin seeds, fatty fish. Consider starting saw palmetto or beta-sitosterol if desired. By week 4, you should notice improvements in daytime urgency and possibly early nighttime improvement. Phase 3, optimization, weeks 5 to 8. Increase pelvic floor hold times to 8 to 10 seconds. Continue extending bladder training intervals toward 3 to 4 hours. Fine-tune fluid timing based on what's working for you. Continue dietary improvements. Reduce alcohol if you haven't already. This is when most men see significant reduction in nighttime trips. Phase 4, maintenance, week 9 and beyond. Continue pelvic floor exercises at maintenance level, once or twice daily. Maintain healthy fluid timing and dietary habits. Keep using leg elevation if it's helping. Monitor your progress and adjust as needed. What research suggests you can expect? Week 1 to 2, initial improvements from fluid timing and leg elevation. Week 2 to 4, beginning of bladder training and pelvic floor benefits. Week 4 to 8, significant reduction in nighttime trips. 40 to 60% average. Week 8 to 12, maximum benefits realized. Ongoing, maintained improvement with consistent practice. Most studies show men reduce nighttime urination by 1 to 2 episodes on average with comprehensive natural approaches. Some men see even greater improvements. Let me summarize the 5 natural ways to stop waking up to pee at night. Number 1, strategic fluid timing shifts when you drink, not how much, so your kidneys process fluids while you're awake. Number 2, bladder training increases your bladder's capacity and reduces the false urgency signals that wake you up. Number 3, pelvic floor exercises strengthen the muscles that control urination and help you empty more completely. Number 4, evening leg elevation processes pooled fluid before bed so it doesn't become nighttime urine. Number 5, prostate-supporting diet and supplements address the underlying factors contributing to your symptoms. Implement all 5, and research suggests you can reduce nighttime bathroom trips by 40 to 60% or more. For many men, that's the difference between exhausting, fragmented sleep and actually waking up rested. I want you to understand something important. Waking up multiple times per night is not something you simply have to accept. It's not just aging. It's a problem with solutions. Yes, some increase in nighttime urination is common as we get older. But going from 4 trips to 1, or from 2 trips to sleeping through, that's absolutely achievable for most men with these natural approaches. Quality sleep affects everything: your energy, your mood, your immune function, your mental clarity. Fixing your nighttime urination isn't just about convenience. It's about reclaiming restorative sleep and everything that comes with it. Start tonight with fluid timing and leg elevation. Add the other approaches over the coming weeks. Be consistent and be patient. Your bladder needs time to retrain. If you found this helpful, watch my video on the 5 natural ways to shrink your enlarged prostate. Addressing prostate enlargement directly can further reduce your urinary symptoms. Link in the description and cards above. Now I want to hear from you. How many times are you currently getting up at night? And which of these 5 approaches are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and share this with someone who needs a better night's sleep. Quality sleep is the foundation of quality life. Take it back. I'll see you in the next video.